wanted to make 18-inch doll story character costumes for Christmas presents. There are only 53 more days until Christmas, so I needed to make something easy. I saw a few Halloween costumes that were just little aprons that tied on. That seemed to fit my requirements. I used mostly my fabric remnants, however, I have a few Dollar Tree items, and when you see the little tree symbol, that indicates a Dollar Tree item. The first story character costume is Cinderella. Your child will be able to act out the story with the 3 costumes I'm making today. Let's start with Cinderella before the ball. I'm working on a pattern. Today is November 2nd, 2022, and it will take a few days to list it on Etsy. First, just make the front of the bodice like you would an apron. Always make a practice outfit before you cut your good fabric. Just think of the practice piece as a rough draft. You don't have to finish the edges, etc. Make adjustments if needed. Use ribbon or fabric as the ties. Leave the bottom of the bodice open for turning to the right side. The skirt is a rectangle. I made a casing and used twine as the closure. I will include the crop top in the pattern bundle. Notice my edge finishes reflect Cinderella's before ball peasant look. The head cover is just a triangle shape, and those measurements will be included in the pattern. This next few slides might give you a good laugh. We killed a 1.5-foot long copperhead snake in our yard. So I have been on a mission to clear any overgrowth in our yard. This woman means business. The fairy godmother cape pattern will be included in the pattern bundle. I cut the back of the cape and then laid the back onto a rectangle of fabric. Sew the shoulders and down the sides. Cut the excess fabric and make a front opening. Place the hood pattern on the fold of the fabric and sew down the back of the hood. Sew the hood to the cape. Ease the back of the cape onto the hood with a few gathers. I made a few hand stitches to make the cape appear to have sleeves. Make a huge bow and attach to the cape. I can think of a few other story characters who wore capes, such as Little Red Riding Hood, the Hocus Pocus witches, Anna and Frozen, Belle, just to name a few. I made a half slip so that Cinderella's skirt would be fuller. Make a casing for the elastic. If you need trims, the most inexpensive way to purchase trims is to buy lacy skirts found in thrift stores. I have often used those trims for children's clothes. Here, I cut enough from the skirt to attach to the doll's slip. Again, I made a practice outfit before I cut my fancy fabric. You will see later that I made Cinderella's evening gown with a pointed bodice instead of a blunt cut. I also changed the sleeves. I cut a peplum and made a short side and a longer side. I like the longer side the best. So I sketched a pattern from my practice piece. Here's the fabric that I decided on. Again, I used remnants of a party dress that I had made for my daughter. This time, sew around the bodice front and leave an opening in the side in order to turn the bodice to the right side. Then, top stitch the bodice top. The man's handkerchief at Dollar Tree was perfect to use for the peplum. The fabric was a bit stiff, and that's perfect. I went a little low key with the trims. I just sewed a few lines with the decorative stitches on my sewing machine and then hand stitched that little rectangle of fabric onto the bodice. If you love adding lace and ribbons and store-bought trims, you will have great joy creating a one-of-a-kind princess gown. The handkerchief was perfect for the sleeves. You can see here how I attached them to the bodice apron front. Now it's time to assemble the princess gown. I used hand stitches, attached ribbon to the bodice shoulders so that it could tie around the neck. Attach your favorite closure to the apron skirt. She's wearing the half slip under the skirt. I made the glass slippers from this vinyl binder pouch. The shoe pattern is sold separately, and the same shoe pattern is also included in this bundle pattern. I used the same bundle pattern to make the prince costume. I decided to make a generic outfit rather than copy some of the movie costumes. When it comes to finishing the costume, it's all about the trim. Here are some of the ideas you could use: Christmas items, jewelry, thrift store clothing, and of course some Dollar Tree purchases. I found this table runner at a thrift store. I'm saving it for a princess cape, and these two items are found at the Dollar Tree.